My name is Scott. I'm going to do a spoken word piece called The Day the Music Died. And I feel time's a ways to go. Players from the console stereo that sits, but it barely fits in the corner of our apartment. And I'm disarmed, but I'm not hardly alarmed. The way my father screams this at the top of his lungs. His lips split to spit his heart, spitting hard above the music. Far from muse-like, but it's moving because it's real. And the feeling, it makes the words mean what they're supposed to. And I couldn't help but think that, at that point in life, he was the only one I truly knew. Because everyone else hides the scars that life wants to shine through, but not my dad. He sang like no one was watching, whether we were watching or not. He was the him he was, behind closed doors, in crowded rooms, or open pastures. Like there was still a 2-year-old inside of him, time had never bullied into submission. The music still plays, but he's no longer singing. He looks me in the eye. And this is a respect amongst men, but it'll make you feel 10 feet tall when you're only 10, and a father's eyes can make you feel your worth. His eyes spoke words of higher purpose, like this world had a purpose for my birth. Son, we are fighters of the light, descended from kings, bred from princes, bred from angels who shed their wings just to feel. Love, loss, pain, anything, because feeling, that's the only thing that's real. And his eyes glaze a little. Not just from the sips of beer he tips back, but from the birth of tears, the years it hit him. Even from himself. Oh, I know I thought it was everything. Scares the tears back into hiding. And I see the steel turn to flesh. It's still reserves the rest, and I still feel it. Every time I hear the opening chords of Black. And thinking back, that's when I realized my dad was just a man. His cape faded, revealing scars, the callous hands that hung from battered arms, but that's what made him Superman to me, the fact that he never pretended to be invincible. He was strong even when he was weak. With everything he had, he defended the meek, not afraid to face the wolf as a sheep without wolf's clothing. Son, he breaks my thoughts. I know you're scared, but I don't care, you hear me? I don't care. Fear has no shackles. The only thing binding is love. And I love you, son. I know you're afraid to fall. But sometimes, falling's the best incentive to fly. So take that dive and wear your scars proudly. They're proof of life. And love is not a weakness. It's the armor that knights wear upon their chest, so they never have to bare their breast to the devil's loneliness again. And he goes on to spit myths and tell tall tales, and I still remember every story he told me as a kid that made me feel that impossibility was the only possibility. There's no promise of safety with these second-hand wings, but I'm willing to find out what impossible means. I sing along as thrice players from my stereo, more than twice the age I was when Black first blessed our family's console. And I can't help but feel like Icarus and Daedalus on wax wings between Poseidon and Apollo. But with this father and son, I fear it's the father who will fly too close to the sun. So Dad, before you try to touch the sun again, mistaking life for a phoenix flight, mistaking the sun for golden apples, your wings will melt. My arms will catch you, but my wings will fail. I can't save you, but I can't let you fall. So think of me before you try to touch the sun again. And they were singing bye bye Miss American Pie the day the music died. The music didn't die, they just forgot how to listen. That's it.
Yeah, you're definitely more edible.